Hello there, Helen Breward here. Today I'm speaking to Ray Dawson about those inspirational stories from the neighbourhood that we were talking about not so long ago. So Ray is and I've been talking to him before now, and he's an absolute wonder to speak to. So if you ever get a chance to have a call with him, please do that, because he's absolutely fantastic. But today, Ray, I do believe you're going to tell us about some of your stories, the way you've helped people, because you do a lot of helping, don't you?
Yeah. Thank you for inviting me to do this. I'll try not to let you down.
I don't think that would be possible, Ray.
No, I tell you what it is. I like to find people with dreams. Very often people who have been told that they can never come true, and then just to make them come true for free anyway. You know, that's just kind of what I do, and I love it. But not that there's anything special about me. I just see the good in people. So I wanted to share a story. I'm one of these ultra vulnerable people who was kind of kept under lock and key for a few months. So I got worried during lockdown. Well, what about the car? Poor thing can't get started. So kind neighbour took the key, spare key, and just started it every 3 days to keep the battery running. And then they did a little bit of shopping and they did some gardening. Because for months I didn't see a soul. But it got so bad one day that I just thought, I've got to get out of here. And I got downstairs, took hours to get ready, got in my car, drove to Quick Fit, there are all of the retailers available, and pumped up my tyres, put Queen, I've Got to Break Free on full blast and hit the bypass. And I thought, and then when the music stopped, it was so noisy, and I thought, oh dear, what's wrong with the car? Then I realised I've got 6 gears, not 4. So I went back home and I thought, I'm never going to get locked up again, because I've never broken the law, or anything like that. So anyway, when the lockdown ended and people could kind of mingle a bit, the neighbours came up and they did a roll-out assault as a family on the garden. They won, I'm pleased to say, because when I tried it, the garden won every time. But I got talking to their little boy. His name's Kai, and he's only 10. Okay, and he said one day, he says, everyone will have electric cars. I said, oh, I'm interested in this. And his dad said, yeah, he's absolutely wild about Teslas. So I said, would you be up for something? You know what I do. And his dad says, go on then. So anyway, I said to little boy, I said, tell me about Teslas. What makes them special? And then he revealed that they tried to park next to one if they ever saw one, in the hope that they might get a chance to look in the window. Even better, to sit in it. So I said, right, on my phone, I've just gone to the order line for Tesla. Go on there, have a look, just pick the car you want, the colour, the interior, the wheels, everything, the model, and design it, and then press display. So he did, and then on the display on the turntable came the exact car he would have ordered. He said, now whatever you do, don't press pay now, because my pension won't cover it this week. And I said, could you imagine being in that car? And he said, that would be a dream come true, which is what I wanted to hear. So I said, okay, well, that's great. You just forget about that now, and who knows what might happen. Anyway, so I put the story out on LinkedIn on the Sunday. I said, this is what I need. I need one kind person to come forward with this exact car to make a little boy's dream come true. And I had 3 offers. I had loads of people say, oh, this is wonderful. This is magic. You've made my day. Anyway, so I had a call from it was the president of Tesla Owners UK. Wow. So I put this out to my members. He says, I think this is such a wonderful thing to do. So it was a random act of kindness. He says, I'm going to find someone. Anyway, so he did. And the next thing, the guy brings me up and he says, he says, I want to do this. He said, but it's got to be this week. He says, because I happen to be in Malmesbury.
Oh, wow.
I said, okay, right. So I got in touch with Mum. I said, I hope you're okay, Bob, with this, because the dream's about to come true. And she picked herself up off the floor. She said it was just wonderful. So I told Dad about it, and he says, things like this, I've heard about this stuff. He says, but it never happens to people like us. What's the catch? Where's the cost? I said, the cost is free. Anyway, so gave him the number, said, there you are, make arrangements. And you know, this is what happens with people call it fate. I've got other words for it, but just by chance that week, about 10 yards down the corridor from where Dad worked, the man was doing contracting at Dyson's 10 yards down the corridor.
Right.
So of course they went to see the car, fix everything up. They arranged with the school, because the school said cars aren't allowed in. The only car allowed in was a £110,000 Tesla, the exact model that he'd ordered. So on Thursday, so now we're talking Saturday dream, Thursday delivery.
Wow.
Turned up outside. Of course, the other kids and the teachers were all, you know, a bit like Shirley Bassey, you know, sort of with my nose pressed up against the window. And so he came out and he said to his mum, he said, oh, that's just the kind of car. That's exactly the car I would love. And just then the door opened and his dad said, you come in there? So he got in and they drove off. And then they went down to their brother's school, did the same again, because they didn't know about it either. They did the driverless bit, you know, and which people sometimes do if they're eating a sandwich, you know. He did the 0 to 60 in 2.9 seconds bit, which Kai had told me about. He says, this would be faster than your Hyundai. And then he came back home, brought them home, got the little girl as well, let them play in the car, do anything they want, they play with the doors, everything. And it's a gull-wing door car. Then he said, okay, this is what we've rehearsed here. He says, press that button then, Kai. Press the button and the car starts to flash its lights, play music. And as the music picked up, the doors came up and they came up and down like birds flapping and the lights were flashing. It's a 5-minute Tesla show that is a special thing. You won't see it on any other car.
Oh,
I think the guy was there 2.5 hours. And he gave him a Tesla badge, which you can't get unless you own one. I gave them a Dream It, Believe It, Achieve It laminate just to remind them of the day. He got a bag of goodies, and he said his mum was. I've never seen. It's very rare to see people crying and laughing at the same time, you know, unless they've seen Ken Dodd. But it was just wonderful to see, and the older neighbours, as he came out to see what was going on, they said, "This is we've never imagined anything like this would happen," and it was just a magical moment. I'll hold the picture up now. This has actually been out on social media, so is that okay?
Oh, wow. Yeah, look at that smile.
Yeah, that is the smile of happiness.
Yeah.
That's the smile of, you know, getting the car. And so there we go, you see. So the fact is, and there's the gull-wing doors.
Oh, wow.
And I thought it was going to take off, but he was such a nice man. But I had another message from someone else and said, we really wanted to do this too. So I'm not sure whether they've arranged it, but I think they might do a second trip. But someone from Bristol said, I'll shift all of the stock around, pick the model he wants. I'll come from Bristol and back. You know, no problem. I'll do it. It's just because this is such a wonderful thing to do out of pure kindness. Yeah. So we actually had 3 offers. And I said to his mum and dad, I said, there you are, dream it, believe it, achieve it. Now you know that dreams really do come true. What are you going to do? Are you never going to listen to anyone who says anything other than that? And he said, never. I said, because this is just amazing. And they're just wonderful people. They showed me kindness. So when people do that, you know, you kind of got to do it. You do it anyway, but pay it back.
Yeah.
So that was that was a dream on a Saturday, delivered on a Thursday. That's quicker than Amazon can get here. And the total cost was zero. It was
Oh,
free.
wow.
But I mean, one of the funniest things was when the guy went off, he said, "Oh, I'm heading off up north now." And he drove off, and I just suddenly thought, I wonder what the engine's going to sound like. It's a battery car, isn't it? It just went,
Oh,
because there's no engine. So when he glided away, but we stayed out there for a while, you know, and they said to us, they said to me the next day, said, last night we could not stop talking about this. So when we went to bed, we dreamed about it, said, because it made such an impact on a little boy's life.
yeah, yeah.
And I guess, you know, everybody can do this. We all know people. We all have connections.
Yeah.
We have our imagination. And, you know, the worst thing that someone can say when you go and ask them to do an act of kindness is yes, because they're kind of committed then, it's going to happen. I've never had a no. I've never had a no, because it's, yeah, I know, maybe it's the way it's told, because I think people kind of, this is difficult for me, talking about stuff like this, because it's not really about me. I know I make it happen, but it's not really about me. It's about the other person. And I just love to share stories like this, because there are people who will be watching this now thinking, there is no hope, there is no future, I don't know what I'm going to be doing, job might be on the line, business could be. So much negativity that today is about rebalancing that to some positivity.
Yeah.
And so if this is kind of, if it can happen for a 10-year-old, and he said, now I've got my Tesla badge. He said, yeah, well, you're going to need that, because by the time you're able to drive, everyone will be driving Teslas and you've already got the badge.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
but you know what, the other thing that strikes me with this particular story, and the other ones that you've told me before, you know, especially with the young chap and the Tesla car, you know, that young man is going to grow up knowing that his dreams can come true.
Yeah, in terms of inspiration and aspiration, you can't get much better than that. That's why I like to work with young people, and you know, because the trouble is that life is full of people telling you what you can't do.
Yeah, yeah.
Most of the time, they tell you that will never work or whatever.
Yeah.
Because they actually wouldn't be able to have the vision to be able to make it work, and don't really want to look bad, do we?
Yeah.
I've got a friend, and he, when he was 36, he worked in the printing industry, and there was a problem, and he said, well, surely there's got to be a solution. Well, if there was a solution, lad, we would have found it, wouldn't we? But you know, he never gave up. I break into voices sometimes. You may have.
I love it.
And then someone else says, yeah, no, there's no point in you doing it, lad, because no, you're wasting your time. He didn't waste his time. He invented a solution that worked. Very, very simple. He's since gone on to, he's now got 81 patents to his name.
Nice.
His invention saved the printing industry $8 billion so far. Hundreds of people, very wealthy, and we're in a book together. His book, and he asked me to be in it, and it was called Pulling Back to Life, because it was our experiences of going through life and having people pick on us.
Yeah.
But he's such a kind man, he's a good friend. But you see, that's the thing. You can either believe what people tell you, or you can question it.
Yeah.
And that's it. So if there's somebody out there today thinking, yeah, I've got a dream, or what could I do for someone? Well, you know, sometimes just knocking the door, ringing. Do you know one of the kindest things you can do right now? And this is going to cost you 60p. I think it's 60p. Well, I mean, that's what I paid. I might have been a bit short because the police were chasing me when I came out of the post office. You know, all you do, you sit down and you write someone a letter. Stick it in the post, because most of the time you only get bad news in the post. or in my case is 10% discounts off co-op funerals. I've saved 10 vouchers now, so mine's free.
Oh, bless you.
but most people get bills or advertising, yeah, you really do need those blinds and things like that, or you cover, etc. Getting a letter like that can mean the difference. And I know this because it's happened in my life when I've been talking with people, and I've actually sat down and I've written them a letter, and they've come back and said, that letter made me decide to give life another chance.
Oh,
when
wow.
I didn't want to, because it just realized that actually I'm not invisible. Someone cares, and if you see good in me, then I should see it too.
Yeah.
So writing a letter can be 60 pence or whatever it is. That's the best investment you can make in half an hour of your time.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be a long one. I mean, it's not War and Peace. It's it just ticks a box with that person, because it says, first, someone knows I'm here.
Yeah.
And secondly, someone cares.
Yeah. And what is it you would like people to do this Christmas? Because we talked about this before, didn't we? What is it you would like to happen now?
You can either do this for a friend, or even better, do it for a stranger. Find a stranger, just somebody. Maybe you've heard a rumor that this person's struggling a bit in a particular area. There's something that they need. I know I'd experienced somebody had absolutely nothing for Christmas, but the connections were able to make Christmas happen. But it wouldn't have if someone hadn't mentioned it.
Yeah.
So if you find somebody, it could be that something silly, like the gate doesn't work, the latch is broken. Wouldn't it be quite nice to just fix that? Maybe put a screw in there.
Yeah.
Just something, just to make a difference. So find somebody, do something. It doesn't have to cost you the earth, okay? Because my motto is, if I can do it for free or get it for free, I will.
Yeah.
But the difference it makes to that person, just let somebody know that someone cares.
Yeah.
That random act of kindness. And the main thing is, let them know without telling them it's you. Because the whole point about it's like a Secret Santa, and people say, well, who's Secret Santa? It's like you say, that would be against the point of it, really, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, if you give a homeless person a bag of crisps, you can either go on social media and say, aren't I great? You get 1 million likes, or you can just give that bag of crisps and walk away. Yeah. Or you can take a minute just to remind the person that they aren't invisible. And you can ask the question, if you had a dream, what would it be? And what if they said, my dream would be for someone to actually help me to get off the streets, just to make a call. And you can do that. There's street watch teams, they will get people off the streets into shelter. You can do that, and it doesn't even cost you a phone call. So see, random acts of kindness it's something that we're all born with the ability to do, but in our lives sometimes we think, well, maybe someone else will. Well, if you were on the receiving end, how would you feel if everybody walked on by? I was told by a homeless person that I stopped and sat with for a while. He said, I only have 2 possessions in my life, 2 things that are left. And he showed me. He says, one is a crucifix. He said, because if I hold that, I know I've been trying to keep some kind of a faith going. And the other one is a crumpled picture of his family. He said, because that's the family I had until I lost everything. And all I've got to look forward to now is sleeping in a shop doorway, getting wet, getting cold, and getting kicked. So I made a call, got him off the streets and into a shelter. I believe, because I do stuff and I walk away because it's not my job to do everything there.
No.
But I did hear that he actually reconnected with his family.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So,
good.
I mean, you could do that. Anyone could do this.
So, Ray, what is it you would like people to do then? What is it, following on from this? And I have to say, it's been an absolute joy talking to you. So what is it you would like people to do? right now.
Right. Two things. Am I allowed, you know, I sometimes I don't get inundated, but am I allowed to, well, you could share my email address because you've seen it, haven't you?
If I can do, if I want, if you would like me to, or you can actually
Or through
share
you.
your email address yourself.
Yeah. Yeah, my email address is, it's all one word, positivethoughts@cheerful.com.
Okay, and if you want me to, I will put it in the on the post.
Yeah, and if somebody out there has a dream, or somebody knows someone with a dream, or just somebody just wants to know that someone cares, get in touch. Send me an email. You know,
Okay.
I can't guarantee, but I tell you what, it tends to work most of the time.
Okay.
But
Cool.
if you think, how can I make a dream come true? I'll tell you in an email response.
Okay.
And
Cool.
then we can have a million dream makers out there for Christmas. We can have whatever we want. We can have anything we want. And we can't have elves this year. Why can't we have secret dream makers?
We could.
You don't even have to dress up. You don't even have to put a silly hat on, which is a bonus for me.
You want to raise gang?
I actually did arrange for a team of secret dream makers for a challenge that was going to take place this year. 144 dreams come true.
Yeah.
And then the COVID thing came, and of course I couldn't get out. You know, couldn't do anything. But I've been doing things quietly on my own. But I love to share this with people because everyone can do it.
Yeah.
You know,
So
you must know people who right now are just looking into an abyss, really, aren't they? We've got to pull them back, and maybe encourage other people to to do that one thing and just reach out and be the person who doesn't walk away.
Yeah.
Someone else will.
Okay.
So,
thank you, Ray, so much for chatting with me today. I could actually just sit and chat with you all day. Unfortunately, I can't, but I really wish I could. But you know, I tell you what, guys, let's get moving on Ray's secret dream makers. You can be a secret dream maker too. All you need to do is just find out what people do, and if you want help with that, please just get in touch with Ray and ask him how, you know, or maybe you've got somebody that you can put into Ray in touch with that has a dream that maybe he can help with, or maybe, you know, maybe you can help somehow. So let's make some dreams come true this Christmas, because do you know what, right now, oh God, I'm getting quite emotional now, we all need that positivity, we all need that uplift, and you know what, we are better than this blessed little tiny minuscule bug that nobody can actually see.
Yeah.
So let's end the year on a massive high rather than the low that we've been in all year. Let's get that high going. So if you feel that you can help Ray with if you can help Ray with the secret dream makers, or be a secret dream maker, then please just get in touch with him. I will put his email address on the post, and he's kindly allowed me to do that, so that you can get in touch and you can help too, and let's get some dreams made this Christmas. So thank you so much, Ray, for sharing everything that you've shared today, and let's give everybody a big wave.
It's been fantastic. I'm going to do it. I've been holding back. I'm going to be Santa. Who? We can do this. Okay.
Oh, you are ace, Ray. Absolutely ace.
Yeah. Okay.